in the wake of a number of high-profile sexual harassment and abuse scandals, more and more women are coming forward with their own stories.
So many stories. And joining us this morning to talk about how victims of sexual abuse can process and tackle their experiences head-on is the founder of Women for One and author Kelly McNelis. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So you wrote this book called Your Messy Brilliance, 7 Tools for the Perfectly Imperfect Woman.
Yes.
And in the book, you talk about how women can move past shame and self-judgment and in order to live a better life. How does this apply to women who have experienced sexual abuse and harassment?
Well, I think women for many years and many generations have been passively protesting what's happened to them with sexual harassment and sexual abuse. But now it's time for them to actively really protest it in a way where they're finding their voice and discovering their voice and releasing that shame that we all have where we feel uncomfortable when we're harassed or abused. And that's really what the book is about, teaching women to allow themselves to be imperfect and have no shame about what's happened to them.
And how is coming forward, we've been talking about this, how is coming forward with your story a part of the healing process? Why is that such an important step?
It's so huge, and I started Women for One 6 years ago because of that, because I wanted to reveal my sexual abuse story and have women have a sisterhood so they feel less alone, and also be able to release that so they can move forward and take action in their lives and make their lives happen on their own terms instead of having someone else dictate it.
I think some women who have come forward, especially on social media, have been surprised at, sadly, the number of other people that they know in their own social circles, people that they don't know who have very similar stories. And it's a bit of a healing process to know that there are other people who have those same experiences, as difficult as that may be. But in some ways, that takes away the shame because you're talking about it now.
Right.
Other people are talking about it, and all of a sudden, you're not you're not alone.
The truth is out. We
Right.
can't go back now. That's why I love the Me Too campaign. Some people have criticized it, but I think it's incredible because we can't go back. You know, it's in every industry.
How do you recommend people talk about their shame? What's the best way to be able to do that, to get past that? Do you talk about that in this
I talk
book?
about it in the book, and I think we have to be really careful and self-care for ourselves. And sometimes it's just about going and reading other people's stories. That is the first step. People don't have the courage or the wherewithal yet to move into a place where they're publicly ready to share, and that's okay. So taking baby steps is really important in this process. It's a lifetime journey.
And I've been wondering this too. Once you sort of come out, you talk about it, how do you move forward in your life, right? What's the next step? You've been through it. Give us some advice for women out there.
You know what, and that's what the tools in the book talk about, because they talk about getting curious and then getting an awareness of your story and then starting to make conscious choice about how you want to move forward and take self-responsibility for how you have chosen to move forward in your life with what's happened to you, whether you've become a victim or being able to release that victimhood to move forward in your own life to create joy and passion and purpose, and really that's all we're here for anyway.
At what point in your life did you realize that being imperfect is okay, and that you don't have to live up to this standard of having this, perfect life on Facebook?
I don't know. I think when I blended a family of 6 children within 6 years of each other, and I tried to be the perfect woman, right? And I just kind of crumbled and thought, you know what? I need to just dive into my messiness and find that genius and that part of myself that I love and show it to the world that way instead of trying to get it right.
And when you did that, what was the outcome?
Oh, I'm so happy. I have an incredible life. I mean, we all have challenges still. Life is messy, right? But I think moving forward with that joy and passion is really what it's all about for me.
You embrace the messiness.
Embrace the messiness, yeah.
Well, congrats on the book.
Thank you.
Love having you on. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. It's really helping a lot of women, I think, this morning.
Thank you.
Kelly McNelis, thank you.